This has got something. It's really retail, but it also has to do with a legend in rock and roll. Ozzy Osbourne is teaming up with Liquid Death Water. Now that's the drink that BB Shea drinks.
Yeah, my almost 20-year-old nephew drinks nothing but.
Oh yeah,
Liquid Death.
I think this is the best marketing of all time. It's a cool logo. It's in a can. It's water. It's incredibly expensive.
It's an aggressive-looking can. It looks like an energy drink, but it's not.
But it's not.
Yeah.
BB Shea
It murders your thirst.
Yes. BB Shea brought me one day and said, try that. And it's like, well, it's water.
Yeah.
I mean, it's fine.
Mm-hmm. They marketed in the beginning when they first came out. They were smart too. They marketed to what do you say is your straight edge people who don't drink, don't smoke, don't do anything.
Oh, really?
And they were like, yeah, this is for the hardcore straight edge person. So beer drinkers have a beer. This is your version of that. This is your cool water.
And the logo with the
exactly
looked like a monster.
Yeah, we're hardcore liquid death. Take that. Yeah,
it's water.
Murder your thirst.
Yep. And now they have the sparkling water. They have tea.
I know.
Yeah.
This is one of those things that I hate for no reason because other people enjoy it.
They really do.
And I just cannot sit and take people spending, $2 on a can of water and saying how great it is. Okay, all right.
Yeah.
But I do have to applaud the marketing of it. I mean, that's impressive.
Yeah.
The way they've
And
done
mostly word of mouth.
it.
Yeah.
If you think about it, because you don't see a lot of big ads for Liquid Death.
Well, now they are releasing a limited edition line of iced tea cans containing traces of Ozzy Osbourne's actual DNA.
What?
It's called Infinite Ozzy. Only 10 cans exist. They will be sealed and sold for $450 per can. It's his autograph on the can and a lab quality display case. And they swear they've used his DNA and squirted it into somehow gotten it into the tea.
Of course, this begs the question. What's the source?
Yeah, really.
No word.
Did the Prince of Darkness ejaculate?
Oh, God. No word on the source.
Oh, Ozzy, go ahead and jack it right there. We'll sell these in care.
No one's going to bloody buy this.
Oh, they will too, Ozzy.
My God. Who? What? You can't drink it. You cannot. No. Cannot drink that. The quirky promotion coincides with Osbourne's preparation for his final Black Sabbath performance, which will be in Birmingham, England on Saturday. On this coming Saturday.
Yeah, it's supposed to be a really, really big deal.
Mm-hmm. It's his first full show since 2018 because of his health issues, and this is it, right? This is he said.
That's my understanding.
Yeah.
And your boy Biggie, your Oasis tour is about to kick off.
Yeah, they're in the rehearsal studio.
Are they actually rehearsing?
Yeah, they
for a while they didn't, right?
Somebody leaked some. Which, of course, I'm sure this person's probably fired now, but somebody got a recording from outside the studio of them rehearsing, and they sounded pretty good.
Did they?
Yeah.
There you have it. So we have heard they'd have separate areas backstage, so they never have to see each other. The two brothers
Yep.
only see each other when they're on stage.
They got a lot of now. Of course, their lineup has changed through the years, but they got some of the major key players back. I did see one guy who drummed for like 6 years was disappointed because he wasn't, picked.
Right. Oh, that's right. They didn't pick him. I saw that too.
Yeah,
they went with somebody else.
But they've had so kind of a rotation of members. I mean, the two brothers are Oasis, and another guy named Bonehead who was pretty much there the whole time.
And we must point out, and Biggie, maybe you've seen this too, but the betting sites are active with how long will the tour last.
I'm not 100% sure that we're going to see the whole thing through
because it starts at like 6 or 7 in the UK.
Yeah.
And then they come to the United States.
Yeah, they have quite a few shows in the UK. I mean, it could all break down in the first 2 weeks.
It really could.
Yeah.
And you've made the decision not to travel to see
I'm not going to be able to do it. It's just not going to happen.
Damn real ID.
Listen to this. Some friends of ours moved to Texas 7 months ago. And other friends now are traveling to see them in Texas.
Okay.
And my friend texted and said, they're so-and-so's coming to Texas to visit me. And of course, I never ever want to travel anywhere. And short of going to the beach,
the shore.
That's all I'll do. And he said, "You're invited too." And I said, "Sorry, grounded, no real ID. Can't. This is the greatest thing to ever happen to me.
It is.
I can't go anywhere. There's nothing I can do. There's nothing short of standing in line for 5 hours in the blinding heat. And I'm not going to do that.
Yeah, and you're not going to take a bus.
No. I'm not going to drive to Texas.
Well,
take the train?
No, sir. Can't do it.
I have a little bit of breaking news on real IDs. I have read.
Don't you dare ruin this for me.
Well, your excuse might be out soon.
This is his golden ticket
What?
out, Biggie.
I know that your excuse might be out soon because what my understanding is, our DMV is rolling out soon to at least half the locations a text basically plan where you get there, you go inside, the person checking you in looks at all your stuff and says, okay, you got it all. Now go sit in your air-conditioned car, and we'll text you when it's your time.
Okay.
Once there's a seat inside the lobby, instead of standing out, because remember, people are truly dropping.
My sister-in-law,
at the DMV.
My sister-in-law went last week on literally the hottest day of the year and stood in line because they're doing a girls' trip to Florida, and they're flying in like a month. And my wife said, "Couldn't you get an appointment?" She goes, she went to like 4 DMVs.
Yeah.
And
all the rural DMVs are getting overrun.
That's right.
Well, that's right.
It's
funny, if you read through, people always have tips and tricks. You know, some people say, oh, the appointments are, you just have to keep hitting refresh and you'll eventually get one and this and that. But it's all.
Who knows?
Yeah.
And my sister-in-law went, and of course, my wife chastised her because she said, I almost died. I stood in line for 5 hours. She got it. And my wife said, you chose the worst day of the year. Why would you do that? And she goes, I had no idea. And she went to several, one of those.
Did she bring a lawn chair and water?
Yeah, she did that whole thing. Oh, I know what happened.
Jewish?
So she brought her Jewish and everything. And then somebody brought a case of beer and was handing it out to everybody in line. So everybody got like 1 beer. Well, the DMV personnel came out here and said, you can't do that.
You can't do that.
You can't do that. And my sister-in-law said, sir, we need this for our very survival. And he said, one more uprising like this, and you're out of line. You're done. I mean, they were really strict about it. But there was a guy had a case of beer and was on ice and was handing them out from the cooler.
Is it a wacky radio station stunt?
I don't know. It didn't seem to be, but that's a good idea.
It is not legal,
no,
correct?
No, I wouldn't think so.
Because you're not allowed to just drink anywhere on the street.
I wouldn't think so. Well, the DMV guy put an end to it. I know that.
It's state property.
We are not doing this. And my sister-in-law said, sir, for our very survival. And then she said she was second to last to get in.
On that day?
On that day. And then after that, they were like closed and the rest of you go home. People were in tears. They broke down in tears because they had to go home, standing in line for 5 hours in the heat and not getting their real ID. It's unbelievable what we're going through here. Well, anyway, I can't travel. And
pity.
It's been the best for me. I'm like, no, can't do it. Sorry. Speaking of standing in line now, this is retail. Here's the restaurant that is reopening now. They have closed almost 600 of these in the last 30 years. Now, the Roy Rogers chain is starting to make a comeback. Remember Roy Rogers?
I do.
Yeah, me too.
I really like their roast beef sandwich.
Everybody seems to have great memories of Roy Rogers. So they're opening one in South New Jersey, Cherry Hill. They opened it last Wednesday. It was the first new Roy Rogers in New Jersey since 1994. So it's been 30-some years now.
Wow.
Yes.
Same menu? Because they had burgers and roast beef, right?
Yeah, it seemed like the exact same menu. And they have what's called a Fixins bar that everybody was excited about.
Yeah, you sort of, they would just give you the burger naked.
That's right.
And then you got to customize.
That was also a Fuddruckers thing.
Oh, yeah.
You could go, and Biggie knows the Fuddruckers Fixins bar.
Model.
Yes. Well, anyway, they're in Cherry Hill, New Jersey. First time since 94. The grand opening included a special promotion where the first 50 customers got a free regular combo every week for a year. So you got 52 combos. So this guy lined up at midnight the night before and was first in line.
I used to work at the Morristown Mall years ago, and there was a Roy Rogers in the mall, and the food there is great.
So he's been missing it.
Yeah.
He's back. And
nostalgia factor.
Exactly. Oh, that was it. One woman said the whole thing is about nostalgia.
Nostalgia. Back in the 90s. Roy Rogers.
That's what we did, We loved it.
I think the Roy Rogers opened in Richmond, I want to say the late 1970s, because I would go get lunch and dinner for the people at the pharmacy at Sunset Hills at Roy Rogers.
Yep. This part of New Jersey had one from 1973 to 94. Then it closed, and now they're building this one back. And everybody there, one woman said, look, I wasn't going to come to this, but I saw it on the news.
I'm usually up at 5:30 a.m. every morning anyway. So this was nothing. But I watched when you're first here live. And I said, we got to get out the door now. I said,
She made her way. That's right.
She got up, turned on her television.
That's right.
Said they're giving away free Roy Rogers if you get in line now, and she did.
That's right. Now, at one point, they had over 600 locations around the country. Now they have fewer than 50. But loyal.
Are they clustered in the East Coast? Or are they? I can't remember the last time I saw one.
I always thought it was a West Coast thing, but I guess not. No, because you had them in Virginia.
Yeah.
And didn't they at one time?
Had one at the Jersey Mall.
They had one at the Jersey Mall. Didn't Roy Rogers and Hardee's share space at one point?
I want to say yes, because I think like Hardee's would sell Roy's roast beef sandwich.
Yes.
Didn't they? Was that part of the deal?
Yes. And they had the. I remember at one point I would see a Hardee's logo and the sign was split. It said like Hardee's and Roy Rogers. Yeah, for a while here, you know. But Roy Rogers was really good. And there's a simple reason this woman goes.
It's good. It's real good beef.
And that's it.
Boom.
All right. She's not going to say much here.
It's good. It's real good beef.
So you have to know.
Get the camera out my face.
What else needs to be said?
It's 6 in the morning.
Are you a Roy Rogers man, Biggie?
I've never had Roy Rogers. I heard of them, but see, I guess when I started eating at Hardee's, it was just Hardee's. But I remember when Hardee's did have fried chicken, too, because that was really good.
Oh, yeah.
Hardee's did have fried chicken for a time. That was good chicken.
Yeah.
Delicious.
Really good chicken.
Delicious.
But I never got the Roy Rogers burger, so I never got to experience the Fixins bar. I was a roast beef guy only.
You know the best thing on the Fixins bar?
The pickles. That's the best part of the bar.
And you remember that from way back in the day, right?
Back. Yes, there was one less than a mile from my house.
Oh, yeah. You go, get your pickles, put your pickles on. It's a Fixins. They showed the Fixins bar. I was like, yes, I know. Now, I only ate there 4 or 5 times, but it was really
Do you think this will last 2 years, 5 years, this new location? Clearly there's a buzz now.
There's a buzz now, but yeah, how long?
That's just it. Will it hold?
I hope so. Come on, nostalgia. Come on, Roy Rogers.
Yeah.
Well, I just saw their
I
reopen.
wonder how many customers know who
Roy Rogers
was.
I bet of those 100 people out there waiting for their free meal, very few know who. That first guy maybe, but most people I don't think know Roy Rogers. You know, Roy Rogers and Dale Evans from the old cowboy movies.